fine by me.
So I'll give you an introduction. Siobhan, thanks a million for coming by this morning. It's great to have you to go through this session. So Siobhan Keane is our Resus officer, just so people know who you are. So we're just going to go through the defib first maybe and just show people how it works and stuff for paediatric patients.
Okay, this defib is paediatric and adult. We'll start off here with the feature of AED, which isn't used much in the emergency department but can be handy at 2 o'clock in the morning if you're unsure of a rhythm when the patient comes in. So up here you have a choice of adult. We'll just silence that now. Adult or child up here in the top corner. So that's less than 25 kg. And then you have above 25 kg, then it is an adult patient. Okay, so in AED mode then, if we go into AED mode, then the machine will talk to you and instruct you what to do. So it's telling you it's going to analyze now. No shock advised. So then you have your 2 minutes of CPR, which are counted out for you, which is great because it's very difficult, especially in pediatrics, to know where you are in your compressions. So that's your CPR, and at the end of your 2 minutes, then you're going to change compression. Whoever's doing compressions, your compression rate will come up here, and the ventilations will come up here. That's your AED mode. Then we go into defibrillation of an adult. Okay, so it's 150 joules for a shockable rhythm for the first and subsequent shocks, and you use this dial here. It's your therapy dial. So 150, no less, no more for a shockable rhythm. Charge, and when the shock is available, then the button will flash, and when everybody is safe away from the patient, you discharge the shock. Our next feature then would be our synchronized cardioversion. Now we'll just keep pressing that, and that will switch the alarm off for us once we've recognized the rhythm. Okay, so a synchronized shock then is different because this is a patient with a pulse and an unstable tachycardia that is compromised. So they've lost their consciousness or their blood pressure is dropping because of the rate. So we're going to introduce some electricity. It's the first line treatment. 100 joules for a tachycardia, which is a wide complex rhythm. So we're going to charge, and when everybody is safe, then we are going to discharge the shock. After delivering the shock, you go back and you check the patient's pulse, that they still have a pulse, and you check their blood pressure. You may have to give them some more, go up to 120, but after that then you may consider antiarrhythmics. That is your synchronized cardioversion. So the difference between synchronized cardioversion and defibrillation: for synchronized cardioversion, the patient has a heartbeat, and for asynchronized, so for defibrillation, the patient is in cardiac arrest. Okay, and our last feature then is our pacing, which is down here at the bottom. And our pacing, when we switch that on, we get up here, we get different features which we would have to use during pacing. So we'd have our pacing rate. It defaults to 60, but you can increase it using this dial or decrease it, whatever. And the pacer output then, okay, the pacer output then is the amount of electricity you're going to give to get capture. I might connect up the defib to this box, and just to show you, so you'll get a rhythm strip, and you will see the actual rate come up on the screen when I do that. If you want any courses in advanced life support or basic life support, you can contact Trish, the secretary. She has all the dates, or Jean has all the dates either, and you can email me. And at siobhan.keane@hse.ie. But Trish will have my email address as well. We're doing a pediatric advanced life support course in October, and there are places available. So if you want to be considered for that, you can contact, just send me an email. Okay. Okay. So you always, if you're using the pacer, you always read your leads on lead 2. Okay. So we have our rate up here, comes up here, and then we are going to introduce some electricity. So, sorry now, it's just keep silencing that. Okay, so we're going to introduce some output here now in our pacer. We're on lead 2 there. Okay, we have a little bit of equipment failure. We're not getting capture here on this. Okay. So the thing about pacing is it doesn't work for everybody. The larger a patient's chest is, the more intrathoracic impedance you're going to have, and you may have to consider chronotropic drugs rather than external pacing. I'm sorry, my equipment is failing me here now, and it's not showing a capture for me.
So when you say capture, you're looking these dots here?
These dots here tell you the pacer is on. When you turn on your pacer, you should get pacing spikes in the center here. And what you want to do is move the pacing spikes before the QRS, and it will elongate the Q wave, and then you will have capture. And then you go back and you check your patient's pulse to make sure the patient is being paced, and check their blood pressure. But as I said, it doesn't work for all patients. It would be about 30-40% effective for patients, and you should be considering, while you're doing external pacing, having somebody drawing up chronotropic drugs and contacting cardiology ASAP. If you have any unstable cardiac patients, you should be contacting them anyway. So they're not always on site when they're on call, so at least they're aware of this patient and they can come in and assist you. So there are your features there of your defib, Aed mode, monitor, defibrillation 150, cardioversion is here, your sync button, and then you have your pacer down at the end. The 4 features that you need for your defib.
Brilliant. And Siobhan, let's say we have a child and we want to put the pads on them. Is there a difference between an adult and a child?
Good question, Ella. Yes. We have 2 types of pads. The ones with the blue strip are for everyone above 10 kg, and they're the ones you're going to be using most often. We have less than 10 kg here with a green strip, and they are only used if it's a very small child, and we'll go through the Broslow trolley with you in a while. Okay. So 2 sets of pads only.
And what would happen, is that an adult pad, the blue one there, or is that
yes,
a child? So if you put an adult pad on a child, would it harm them?
No, it's for above 10 kg.
Perfect.
So that would be quite a small child, and what you can do is you can, and it shows you on the pictures there, you can use them as an A and P position on a child, or the traditional positions. Okay, and for patients who have a very large BMI, where their chest might be, quite a distance between the pads, you can also go AP on those patients. And with pacing as well, if you're not getting capture, you can try this position as well. All right, or as the traditional one.
Brilliant. Thanks a million.
Thank you.
Lovely. Brilliant.